This is the first section of the Ministry of Marijuana. Finding of facts, clarifications. Number one is honesty. Drug czars go around telling people that you got 12% control over a particular market. It's hooey. Not even the manufacturers know what 100% is. The kids know this every time they go to a public school, therefore you destroy your credibility. We're going to go ahead and get honesty on both sides, because on the other side they're claiming that, oh, I'll die if I don't have a joint for my foot pain. We're going to get rid of all that crap. Independent sources. Yes, indeed, we're using everything from government agencies to drugwarfact.org. Objectively, these are the marijuana arrests and total drug arrests in America. This column represents total drug arrests. This one is just for pot. This one is for pot manufacturing, which is where we came up with the pot possession numbers from. By the way, the source is drugwarfacts.org. Expenditures. Okay, expenditures. Savings potential table. The information source is the Bureau of Justice Statistics. The dollars are based on 1999 dollars. This column here represents the total people just busted for possession, as we identified earlier. Not manufacturing, none of that other stuff. Just possession of marijuana. Generally, it costs, for all these combined, $78,154 per person per arrest. Of that, the DOC savings here comes out to over $16 billion a year. Judicial savings is going on $11 billion a year, and police savings is going on an average of $22 billion a year. Savings potential. The bottom line savings, $49,269,805,603. That's an average. Coincidentally, I looked up LEAP the other day, Law Enforcement Against Prohibition, and they have this little counter on it. It was real interesting that their number was hovering around this number, 49 billion at the time, and it's, late December at the moment, so it looks like my numbers pretty much jive. I was really happy to see that, actually. And keep in mind, mine are 1999 numbers. And by the way, DOCs across the country, judicial, police, you get to keep your money, but now you can reallocate it towards crystal manufacturers or pedophiles. As you just saw, we're averaging a $1 billion per state savings. That's an average. California, you're worth much more than that. I couldn't help but get a kick out of the recent legislation introduced, because I personally set that down there 2 years ago and know some administrative ass got a hold of it. Current funding preservation. People, we're not out to mess with your budgets. We're out to augment them, as you're going to see here in a moment. Intentions. Intentions include stoner safety. Are stoners going to go ahead and get free, safe, organic grown marijuana? Or is the government going to grow it in fields and spray the hell out of it, kind of thing, as part of it? The other part of it goes to police and their relationship with stoners who are registered. They got their little card and everything like that. Strengthening drug budgets. Once again, we're not going to hurt your budget. We're going to augment it. Judicial, fire, police, you name it. People are getting some money out of this. Unlike what Washington State is currently proposing. I laid that on the Department of Health 2 years ago, kept on laying that on for them, and now, after they just had another recent meeting here on December 2nd at the Radisson, they've decided, or a Democrat out of Kirkland, state legislators decided they're going to grow fields. Really? What about everybody else's budget? In the mama, everybody gets paid through trickle-up economics. Through their thinking, they can't even control the budget they got, and they're going to go ahead and take the money for themselves. You think about that, teachers, law enforcement, building, etc., as we put this together. Solidification. Solidification means we get this thing put together and keep it that way for 25 years. Get the foundation in there, let it settle so that we don't have any cracks in it, and fix the cracks that we do, get it really good and solid, at which point amendments going for a mega majority. This crap about pushing through health care with 60%, a couple more trillion to the budget, because you had a 60 votes or whatever. No, 75%. That way we know that everybody is pretty much in agreement with it. Then, if you want to overturn the mama, overturn it, do whatever you want with it, but not without that mega majority vote. 9, sellouts. That goes exactly to those political pigs I was just complaining about. Those people will sit there and sell out their mother to a communist for $1, as my dad would say. By putting, once again, the amendments to make a majority and all that, we're not going to let some little greedy political pig screw this up, or even a political piggy party screw this up. It's going to take everybody to screw it up. Prison building impact. Currently, you're building prisons at a federal level. At the time of typing TAP, it was the federal government's largest public works project going. Employed more than everybody. You guys can easily turn around and also build roads. You can rebuild roads. You can rebuild the infrastructure of America. We have a lot of stuff that needs to be done. A lot of places devastated by natural disasters that need to be rebuilt. So you're not going to be losing. Preserving prison jobs. Absolutely. You got overcrowding right now. We're trying to resolve those overcrowding issues by getting a bunch of potheads out of there. And if it gets too lean, well, that's what we have punishing pedophiles for. Because it makes no sense in the world that one pothead would be sitting there in the penitentiary while you got pedophiles running around at the ratio of 100 plus per square mile. That makes absolutely no sense. So what we're going to do is fix your impact on the prison industry as we let the potheads out. We throw the pedophiles, political pigs, and other enemies of the people away. Eliminating pedophile support. That's a bunch of crap to sit there and say that pedophilia is a mental illness, and therefore these guys are not only sitting in prison, they're sitting in special housing, getting Social Security checks, sapping the Social Security system and doing it. In the meantime, their psychologists and psychiatrists are getting their money through Medicare and Medicaid. That's why they did it. It just makes absolutely no sense. Not from an American point of view. So what we're going to do is eliminate all that. The psychologists, they're so twisted that they make it a career to study twisted people. How much are they getting off? We know that 87% of the people that are taken care of by psychologists, psychiatrists, and special sexual housing will reoffend, where 2% of the pedophiles who get their cocks lopped off reoffend. So we're going to lop off their cocks and send them in with the murderers. Prison system transformed. Can you see that? A bunch of eunuchs running around that are political pigs and pedophiles running around now. All they got to do is tell all their new cellmates, these guys that have committed multi-murders and are facing triple life sentences and whatnot, how much they really love to dominate people in sex. I'm sure their roommates will have a nice chat with them. Mitigating transitional impacts. You guys need money, and I'm talking judicial, once again, law enforcement in general, the prison guards, defense, prosecutors. You got to get that revolving door revolving. And the way to do that is to give you the money to hire more attorneys, to hire all these people out, so you can in more guards, get that door spinning, get the potheads out, throw the pedophiles away, and any political pigs we pick up along the way. The modern moral majority, that was the 1970s. Now they're in their 70s, and they are not the moral majority anymore. I dare say far from modern, too. Sandbagging. Of course I'm sandbagging the numbers. Of course I am. Gifts of gods. Marijuana was created by God. Can't get no more simple than that. What you've just done here, by enacting the Ministry of Marijuana Act, what you have done is decrease the drug war by 25% without affecting funding, by simply showing some religious respect, religious restoration, by saying, look, marijuana is a gift of God. And then taxing it as such. Just like Jesus said, render unto Caesar that which is Caesar's. Caesar controls the growth, Caesar makes the money. In the meantime, the people get to feel how they want to. Think about it.